This episode definitely was one of the best. Yes, and emotional. Not action, emotional mostly, because this was an emotional episode. Hope you enjoy, everyone. Thanks for watching. This is Solomon Adams. Latest review on Naruto Shippuden, episode 474. Congratulations right now. Oh, they finally achieved it. They finally beat Kaguya. See, as Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura all got her in that one moment, He was, after as Sasuke's stage powers become one, six powers, and planetary devastation, sealing away Kaguya, that was pretty awesome. Awesome. Seeing how her body literally be like, transformed into her previous form, like falls apart, right? Like she went from herself to back turning back into the Ten Tails of Jubi, then the Tail Beast being released. He's becoming that rabbit goddess monster thing again. And becoming the Ten Tails back to the ghetto statue being sealed away. Hey, even spitting out Madara, that was pretty interesting. Now, one of the things I gotta know, is that Naruto, as the others were rallying together, Naruto had unfinished business. That unfinished business was Black Zetsu. Him talking to Black Zetsu, be confident that how they managed to defeat her mother, but he's gonna still try to try again. But now say you crawling from the shadows with the shinobi. Oh, they can't let that happen, literally. Him having this conversation with them, in the conversation, Naruto saying, Shinobi, it's a tough life, all these people who died, taught me a lot. Like, remembering the people who taught him, who trusted him, like Jiraiya, Aya, third Hokage, he was in Sarutobi, Minato, Itachi, people who, Nagato, people who at least knew and trusted, like, and who put their faith in him, and thinking of how he cared about them, how they taught him to be a shinobi. Life, I mean, Zabuza, Haku, this was an emotional episode. Then hey, you're nothing but a bird child who's failed to leave the nest. Get over yourself already. And him throwing Black Zetsu into the planetary devastation, him being crushed by all those rocks. There's no way in hell that dude's gonna get out. That is definitely very. Things start to look up for them as they finally defeat Kaguya. But what the hell are they gonna do now? How are they gonna get out? Sakura, the one freaking out, Naruto does the same thing, They manage to save everybody. The Tail Beasts are being freed. But on the other side, Hagoromo, the Sage Six Pack, is using the souls of the previous Kages, the previous five Kage, and summoning all of them together, and to use the summoning jutsu to summon all of them back from that time space dimension, and back into this world. This now that everything has been settled, they finally succeeded. Hagoromo congratulating them and praising them for what they did. Even Kakashi for being their teacher, for guiding them this far. And Kakashi, has always been, humble, not taking credit for all, knowing that his students have definitely surpassed him. And they did. All his students have surpassed him and changed in every way. Like, so far. It's definitely very unique when you think about it, overall. Saying how they tell stories. We also get to see that Obito, finally saying his goodbyes. He came back and gave Kakashi a hand. And, it seems, even though Kakashi and Obito did have their problems, it seems that Kakashi has forgiven Obito, for everything he's done, all his mistakes, all the pain, the suffering that he's caused, overall. But Obito looks like he still doesn't forgive himself a little bit. But he's not gonna let that weigh him down. He's gonna leave now, leaving Kakashi, leaving the world. No, and his friend is gonna be behind to take care of everything, and him going to see Rin. And so basically, he's not gonna be alone. He's gonna have the person he loves by his side. Overall, it's definitely very unique. The character development. Speaking of character development, Madara and Hashirama's moment, their sad moment, and them being together after all this time. And Madara saying, Hashirama, neither of us got what we wanted. It's true. Like Madara wanted power, that power, to put people to people. Hashirama wanted peace, people to rely on each other. They were like opposites, but they were friends, reminiscing how they were friends and as boys, and how fate literally turned them into this. I mean, remember they were Naruto and Sasuke, way before Naruto and Sasuke were even born or even existed. So this was them prior in previous lives. They were them. They were the even Hagoromo saying, watch as your end of your predecessors, how they came to this. And seeing how they ends, Hashirama, still nostalgic of the past. The mythic saying that we should leave our dreams in for the in for the aims for the next generation to pick up on to follow. This was all in the manga. This was mostly This is mostly canon from the manga, and I really like how well they did it. The animation and the music. Yeah, overall, the music was beautiful. Signifying the moments. There wasn't even some music at all most of this because they had to like cut. Yeah, because you got a stilled silence sometimes because that was still need to build up to the moment when the songs came in. We know for the sad moments. And Madara calling him a fool, fool, optimist. But then again, you always like that him closing his eyes for the final time and knowing that they're dead. He's dead right now. This is, oh man. We also get the final moment as the sun rises. Minato, and he has something he has to say to you. As the sun finally rises, he says, "Happy birthday." And a father praising his son. Now he's 17 years old. 17 years old. You are finally a man. So you have become a splendid ninja. Minato praising his son. Um, you know, oh, no, Minato always wanted best. He wished that he could have been there for his son growing up, and knowing that he gave his life for his son, both him and his wife, dying for for their son was a good thing. Even though it was a big decision, it was the hardest thing he had to do because it meant leaving his son behind. But he also left him in good hands, knowing that he wasn't gonna be alone. Like the Hokage watched out for him. But he made lots of friends. Naruto said it best that he always respected him. He respected Kakashi. He listened. He obeyed, even though he was a little mischievous. Him finally saying his goodbye to his father as Hagoromo, the Sage of Six Paths, undoes the reanimation, singing his goodbyes to his father as all the souls of the dead finally fade away. It's definitely very dramatic. Seeing how a father is listening to his son, telling him his life overall, telling him how he's gonna change, how he's grown up, how different he was, and he managed to make lots of friends. Tell his mother Kushina not to worry. That was really good for the story. I really liked it. Because a father leaving his son again, but this time he gets he doesn't go empty-handed. He knows that his son will be all right, and that he leaves everything in his hands, and things are gonna be okay because he is his son after all, so he trusted him. I did like the other moments, like for example when Hagoromo used the souls of the previous Kage to summon, and Sakura asking who was that, that is the sage's that is that's the Six Paths grandpa, Naruto giving those weird nicknames. That is the Six Paths. And Sakura not surprised after all she's seen. She's literally not surprised or shaken up at all. Overall, the emotional state, like the previous thing that when we were dead, we left the world in a mess. Like as Kurama, Kurama being embarrassed by Naruto saying, "Hey, Kurama, you missed me." Saying, "Hey, don't be so loud." And I didn't miss you. Being embarrassed. And I say just fast laughing. Overall, it's pretty funny. But that's just some of the humor. And the end with the tears in Naruto's eyes as he finally says goodbye to his father, and then knowing the preview of what's gonna happen next. I can't wait to see that moment, and that final encounter. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? You guys read the manga, you know what I'm talking about. The final fight, the last piece of unfinished business. Thanks. I'm not gonna spoil it for you. If you guys read the manga, then you know what I'm talking about. You guys haven't, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I mean, you guys read the manga or at least watched the anime. I mean, you guys know what's gonna happen next, and something epic is gonna happen. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed it. And subscribe. Thank you. This is someone else. Give my latest review. Now Spoon episode of 474. I'm out. Peace. Bye.